What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome to another episode of F Your Feelings Friday. I'm your melanated queen and your hostess, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder. Welcome back, everybody. This is the first F Your Feelings back officially on this channel since the STRIKE situation went down. Okay, but we're back live and in effect, and we got some news coming to you today. All right, so with all that being said, I am going to play a little bit of music. We're going to feed the ducks for a moment, if you don't mind. Okay, let's get into the groove. All right. Just something to calm the spirit, soothe the nerves for a minute. I like to have positive, great vibes when we start the show off, y'all. So let's see here. On today's agenda, what do we have? We're going to be speaking about TakeOff, you all. There is an update in the TakeOff case. I don't know if you've all been familiar with that. I just got the updates. Shout out to the person that sent that over to me. Okay. And we're going to explore a little bit more into that, you all. It's been so much going on today. It's been so much going on this week, let alone in this past month, y'all. Um, yeah, you know how we do. We're going to get into it. We're going to bow our heads, join our hands, and give thanks. I always mess up on that part. Yes, let's bow our heads. Let's join hands and give thanks. So I want to start off like this. I want to start off by giving a special thanks to all of my clients, all of the good hearted spirits that surround me, all of the true friends, true affiliates, colleagues, and family that I do have on my team. I want to thank my spiritual team, spiritual ancestors, angelic warriors. We want to thank just all of our creators, every one of them in the spiritual realm that are looking over us and blessing us and watching us, y'all. So much has transpired this week, and I want to kind of touch on that a little bit. It's been a lot of death going on, y'all. And I hate to speak on it, but I have to talk about it. We want to thank our creator that we are still here to live another day, to fight another day, y'all. If you are fighting, you're still winning, because some people can't even get up to fight. The fact that we have the necessities that we are blessed with, we can walk, talk, and breathe on our own, you all. We have our own true gifts and our own discernment. We're of sound mind and sound judgment. Let's not take that for granted. We can see, we can hear, we have all of our faculties and five senses. You all, I want to just take this time to commemorate and just give honor and condolences to some things that have gone on. Now, I don't know if I told you about it, but I think I did mention this yesterday. If you watched the show, if you listened in, if you did tune in, then you know what I'm talking about. I had a colleague of mine to share with me that one of their childhood friends commit suicide yesterday morning. And the way they went about it was they shot themselves in the head, you all. Okay, so he was very, very, very emotional about the situation yesterday. And yet, throughout all of that, he still tried to put it together to show up on his job, you all. And I have to say, shout out to him. He is a wonderful spirit. Um, I'm wishing, him a just a heart of recovery because I know he's heartbroken behind that. So then we move on into what I found out today. So today, you all, I was on Facebook, and I'm not a major advocate of Facebook, but I was on my Facebook page today. And in the Facebook group in our neighborhood, we have a Facebook group. And I found out that unfortunately, someone had a situation in the neighborhood, and I knew nothing about it. And I do believe the other day I was on the phone with my mother, and I believe I did see something as I was scrolling through, and it might have said something about the police were out there on a particular drive of the neighborhood. And I'm like, well, what is that about? I wonder what's going on. But I don't know if I paid any more attention to it. I was just, you know, inquisitive at the moment, curious, because things do happen in the neighborhood. You don't know anything about it. Well, in this particular scenario, I was on Facebook again, and I happened to see people saying things about what happened, what's going on, and I started reading the comments, you all. And what came up was the fact that there was a young guy, a young man, around the age of 17 years old. He's a teenager. Unfortunately, he got off the school bus on, I want to say Wednesday evening, you all, around 2:30 p.m. He got off the school bus, and there were some people waiting for him when he got off the school bus. So they decided that they were going to drive up his street, park their car, and wait for him when he got off the school bus. And when he was walking home to his house, they decided to open fire. Okay. Some houses in the neighborhood were hit. One of them struck someone's wall, and that wall was the wall that was the baby's room. And they had a baby crib in the room. And you could see where the baby crib was. The bullet was about 5 inches above the crib, if that far up above the crib. Luckily, no baby was there. It also it struck someone else's couch. Um, Luckily, nobody else was injured, but unfortunately, this young man that was walking home from the bus stop got struck in his neck. We did see footage that was retrieved from someone's Ring doorbell in the neighborhood that he was running, and apparently they started running, got in their car, and pulled off. And I guess the adrenaline rush is what carried him, to his feet so that he could run as much as he could, and then he fell. So then there were posts that he was in critical condition or in stable condition, you all. And then they said it wasn't looking too great for him. And I'm thinking, I hope this boy pulls through. And then after I got the news, y'all, I ended up calling one of my neighbors to find out did she know anything about it. And she said she did. One of the other neighbors went up the street to see what was going on. And right after we got off the phone, about an hour before that, they made the announcement that this young guy passed away, you all. He succumbed to his injuries. So 17 years old, he had his whole life ahead of him. He didn't even really begin to start his life, all because he was walking home from the bus stop. I don't know what transpired this situation, but the three people that did it were dressed in dark clothing, wearing hoodies. It looked like, of course, it was premeditated and pre-planned. I don't know why it took all three of them to jump out of the car and do this. He was ambushed, you all. And I know he was not expecting what happened to him. And it hurts. It really hurts me to even talk about it. No, I did not know him personally, but I just only imagine what it's like for his parents right now to have their son taken away from them in such a tragic way, you all. We have got to do better as society and as a whole. This stuff has got to stop. This gun violence, the shooting one another, the black people don't like each other, melanated people can't stand one. You hate each other this bad that you want to shoot and kill one another so young and youthful, you all. This could have this could have been handled an entirely different way. It did not have to go down like that. Then we've been talking about the Shanquella Robinson situation. Then we're now I'm going to be talking about the TakeOff situation, you all. When does this stop? When does this stop? It needs to stop. It is so scary to live in a world where people don't even value life anymore. Life is dispensable, it's expendable at the hands of another. They could care less about the fact that they took away a child's life from their parents. I'm sure he probably had cousins, family members, relatives, classmates, friends that cared about him, all because of what? And they think allegedly it may have started from an argument from school. There is nothing that important that this person's life had to be taken away so ridiculously for no reason because of an argument. And this guy posed no threat. He was getting off the bus, had a backpack on, and his life got taken away. So, I don't know what the neighborhood wants to do. I know a lot of people want to extend their condolences. I don't even know if the family even wants to have any visitors or talk about it. I want to send them a gift of just condolence. I don't know, flowers, baskets. Nothing can ever make this right. Nothing can ever bring back their son, you all. And my heart truly is crying inside for them. It actually messed up my evening because I wanted to go out networking today and I just couldn't do it. And I just can't imagine what they are feeling right now, you all. So I want to give my condolences to the young guy that lost his life in the neighborhood Wednesday evening, or Thursday, I'm sorry, because they took him to the hospital, and I guess maybe he was already brain dead, but they probably just he didn't make it, you all. So I want to send a special shout out to him, to his soul, to his spirit. And I want to also send a special shout out to my colleague. What's up, Solar God? To my colleague that lost his childhood friend that shot himself in the head the other day. Sorry about the somber news, you all, but I did want to touch on that because we got to stop. We have got to start valuing ourselves. I don't care what the situation is. Nothing is worth you taking someone else's life unless they're posing a danger to you. And I do want to say, women, get your guns, get what you need for yourself for your protection, and arm yourselves because you're gonna have to protect yourself and your children. Sometimes a man is not around to defend you. They might be at work. They might be going to the. You just never know. So yes, it's terrible, Solar God. And I rode through there today, and I want to get them something. I don't know what, but I'll just try to leave it at their doorstep. A basket, a gift basket, something. Get them a card. I'm gonna write them some words, and I don't even know if they can bear to, accept anything from anyone. But just I know that the neighbors out here, they really want to come together for this family. Earlier this year, there was another tragic story. There was a 3-year-old that was found near. They called it a creek. It's the retention pond, you all. And I don't know what happened, but I saw that on Facebook as well. Through the neighborhood Facebook group, we found out that the 3-year-old must have wandered outside allegedly. The police came looking and found the child's, body out there. What's good, Be Loquacious? How are you doing, Queen? She's in the building, y'all. So yeah, that story took place this summer, and it happened around 8 p.m. And I saw they said that a bunch of police were out there. I don't know if it was foul play because I think neighbors were concerned and called the police. So I'm not sure if anybody was charged with that. But I do know in this case with the young guy that was 17 years old, they have already arrested one of the guys, and I don't know if he's going to tell on the other two or not. But I hope they catch all three of them because I'm just thinking that more people could have gotten hurt or injured. From what I've seen on the Facebook post, there were some other teenagers that witnessed it because it happened in broad daylight as soon as he got off the bus. And one girl called her mother upset. Be Loquacious, Solar God says hi. Yes, too much is going on. It is a tragic story right here before the holiday Christmas time. One of the young ladies did see what happened and she ran home. She, was frantic. She told her mother what happened. Another person called their parent telling them what happened. And then the parents were told to come pick up their children from school because of this tragic situation. So there were witnesses that saw it. And apparently he was the only target, but other people could have gotten hurt because other houses got hit. So I don't know what type of shooting they were doing, but obviously they didn't care. Like I said, there was a bullet that pierced the wall where the baby crib was, and luckily the baby was not there. She said, "Hey, Sola." All right, so with all of that out of the way, and I'm so sorry that we're getting into another tragic story. We're talking about this takeoff situation. This touched me because of Takeoff's personality. You all, Takeoff, as we know, was a very humble spirit. He was always in the background, didn't say much. So I want to share my screen because I got this information that it looks like they've made another arrest in the Takeoff situation, you all. So let's look into this, you all. All right, here we go. Let's share the screen. Is this it right here? I don't think this is it. Sorry, y'all. That's not the one I wanted to share. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay. So it's right here. All right. Let's see how I can do this. I'm going to present the image. Share screen. All right, I'm having some issues. Let me, because it's on a whole different tab, y'all. My apologies. The way that I did this. Let me try it another way so we can get into this ordeal. Let me copy the link, and then we're going to put it up here. I think this will make it easier so I can share my screen for y'all. Yeah, so every day that we're here, we're blessed, y'all. We're here to fight another day. Let's just be real thankful and grateful. So that's what I wanted to share with you all. My apologies for the somber news. Okay, now let's present, share, go here, and go here. There we go. We got it. It's up and it's stuck, y'all. Can y'all see my screen? I hope y'all can see it. All right, now you see it right here for yourselves, you all. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Type it in the chat. Can y'all hear me and can you see my screen? It says, hold up. Did they mix in drinks? What did they mix in drinks? I don't know what that means. Blood? What are you talking about, Solar God? All right, it says here on Friday, Houston police announced that on Thursday they made an arrest in connection to the fatal shooting of Takeoff, and I'm going to say his name, it's Kirshnick Khari Ball, which took place last month. They arrested Patrick Xavier Clark, 33, and charged him with murder. So now they're saying there's another suspect, Patrick Xavier Clark, you all. That's what they're saying. And charge him with murder. Cameron Joshua, everybody knows him as Yellow Hoodie. He was seen following Takeoff in that video, you all, footage, and he ran to the other side of the bowling alley and went through the doors. This is who we saw Migos band shooting at on the screen when we saw the video. Cameron Joshua, age 22, was charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon as he was at the scene when the incident took place. He is not charged with the shooting. They want to make sure people are aware that Cameron is not the one charged with the shooting. So I don't know how this other guy, Patrick Xavier Clark, came about. I didn't even see him in the video. But nonetheless, they've pinned it on someone. Houston Police Department Sergeant Michael Burrows said, I can tell you Takeoff was not involved in playing the dice game. He was not involved in the argument that happened outside. He was not armed. He was an innocent bystander. We all saw that in the footage. He says about 30 people were present. At first, they said it was 40. Now they're saying it was 30. At the time of the shooting, literally every single one of those people left the scene without giving a statement to the police. He continued, "This is sickening. It's important that those people come forward. Y'all, if you know something, say something." And this person said, "Hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. This needs to stop. This gun violence needs to freaking stop. Everybody from Houston know him. Know him. He not the person SMH. They really trying to pin it on anybody because how high profile Takeoff was. So they're trying to say that this guy is the one that did it, y'all. Them who? Everyone. I believe the other guy pulled out his gun in defense of himself and others. He's the one on the video. If you commit a crime, actually, should you not be held accountable? I don't care that it is a celebrity. Pat didn't do that. He not even a shooter. It says, "Is it really that dangerous to keep anonymous and not tell a soul that you went and talked to police? 30 people were there. You really think they can tell who was the one that told the police? These are genuine questions." I'm so sick of all of these people acting like they don't know what happened. I don't know if they've been paid off. I don't know if they've been threatened. But if this were one of their own family members, relatives, or if it were them, would they like for everybody to watch them get murked and nobody say anything? Somebody said you sound loud and wrong. So let's hear what the clip sounds like. Let's hear what they're saying in the clip.
Seeking justice, and I hope it also brings additional comfort to all of those who love Takeoff. Over the past few weeks, Chief Fenn and I were asked often about the status of the investigation. The chief kept me informed about the information that had been received. I am glad that a suspect has been arrested and charged with Takeoff's death. It certainly, I think, will bring some comfort to the family, though it does not bring Takeoff back. This is a significant step towards seeking justice, and I hope it also brings additional comfort to all of those who love Takeoff. Over the past few weeks, Chief Fenn and I were asked often about the status of the investigation. The chief kept me informed about the information that had been received. I am glad that a suspect has been arrested and charged with Takeoff's death. It certainly, I think, will bring some comfort to the family.
Okay, so my whole thing is he said, "I'm glad there has been someone arrested with the Takeoff death, and hopefully it'll bring comfort to the family." But if this is the wrong person, how is this going to bring comfort? And she said here, steady trying to put it on him, like, please move. Everyone that didn't speak up and was so, I mean, did he really? Is he the one? Y'all, we did not see him on the video. I don't know how in the freaking world they put it on this dude right here. It says, "You gonna take the fall and then let this innocent man go." Did he get paid to take this blame? Did he get paid for this, y'all? Did MOB ties pay this guy to be the downfall for y'all? This doesn't seem right. It says they caught him trying to flee the country, so make it make sense for me, Mr. Pat. He's charged because they have evidence and send it to the Houston DA. Oh God, put it in channel 2 at Kanye West. They are talking about jewels in Hollywood and how they made Hollywood some even pass themselves off as white non-jewels in the 1920s. What are they talking about? Now arrest them people that killed their friend in Mexico. I know that's right. I know that's freaking right, y'all. Because I want to know what evidence they have to make it seem like he was the one that did this. You said they're gonna let a low ranked person take the fall no matter what. Girl, what's his name? They said his name was Pat. Hold on, what was his name again? Patrick Xavier Clark. Let's look up Patrick Xavier Clark, y'all, because I am now curious as to how did he even get involved. And I know everybody by now has seen the video footage. I know they have. Patrick Xavier Clark. Let's get into it, y'all. Shoot. This don't make no freaking sense, y'all. Oh, and let me also show you a clip. What's his name? Cameron. What's that guy's name? the one that we saw they call yellow hoodie. Cameron Isaiah, what's his last name? Joshua. That's it. Cameron Isaiah Joshua from Houston. So I don't know if you all saw the clip of him in court, but I wanted to point something out to you. I wanted to point something out to you. I hope I can find the video clip of him being arrested. Okay. Just a second, y'all. Because there is something that stood out in that video that I wanted y'all to see. And I might have to pull it up in another tab. Just a moment, y'all. It doesn't make no sense to me. If it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. Here we go. Cameron Isaiah. Okay. 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 Let's keep going. Let me put in arrest. Uh-oh, somebody popped up. Somebody popped onto the scene. What's good, Sherelle?
Hey, so I'm babysitting currently, so I'm gonna be in and out.
Okay.
I just wanted to say one, the first I missed the beginning, but I know you were talking about the neighborhood tragedy.
Yes.
And I literally was like paranoid. I was ready to pick my kids up from school like early because
Mm-hmm.
it's just like constantly so much going on. It's like a threat for them being at school, a threat for them being on the bus, walking home. It's I don't know what's going on. It's the last days. I don't know. But it's so many things. It's just ridiculous and it's scary. And I
Mm-hmm.
was telling my kids about the school bus situation just because,
Mm-hmm.
well, of course, I'm like the neighborhood, they know who lives there, so and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't figure out until later that that's what the bullet hole by the baby crib was, because I was completely confused. But it was just such a sad thing. And my thing is, where are these kids getting these like anybody that
Mm-hmm.
has a gun, like where are you getting it? Because you definitely have to be a certain age, you have to pass a background check, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
where's the adult? Where are
Where
these
is the
adults
adult?
that you getting these guns from? Because I feel like that also needs to be traced back. We need to figure that out, because kids just can't go pick up a gun from anywhere. So somebody needs to be held accountable for the guns ending up in the
Mm-hmm.
possession of the people who aren't even supposed to have them in the first place. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then next with the takeoff thing, I just saw that earlier too, about the two people being arrested.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying Cam the whole time. They
I
have been
know.
saying Cam the whole time. So I don't know either who this new person is, but
Right.
I will say that they did say one time that they were looking for him and whatever like
Mm-hmm.
crew he ran with. Of course, it's part of the MT.
Mm-hmm.
They still in with the MT or whatever.
The M
But
ties.
yeah, but you know what? I feel like more than anything. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the thing with his situation is so many theories of
Mm-hmm.
who it could be. Because some people are like, Quavo sacrificed him. Some people saying that the QC dude
Mm-hmm.
sacrificed him,
Quality
and
control. Pierre
yeah,
Thomas.
so that's so it's like, and then it kind of goes back to the Prince family and them. So it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like who really was responsible for it, for real,
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day, whoever did it or whoever truly was responsible for it, work like the government. Like the government ain't gonna send like
Mm-hmm.
nobody in for real, for real. You just gonna send some little anybody that can take the
Mm-hmm.
fall for it and you don't care about. So I feel
Right.
like that was the case in this situation. So it probably is one of these two that, actually did the shooting or whatever. It's probably
Mm-hmm.
Cam. Because they said Cam was at the when the jeweler dude, what is his name?
Duke the
Duke the
jeweler.
jeweler. He was there for that one too.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably is him. That's probably like their shooter. But because of the celebrity involved this time, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, y'all got away with it last time, but somebody has to be held accountable for this one. And
Mm-hmm.
so they don't care to feed him to, like, well, we gonna throw him out there, even though, but he probably not gonna sing. He not gonna sing because they, how you go to jail, but it's like, well, we know people in the jail, we know people on the streets, so
Mm-hmm.
he's not gonna snitch. Whoever they get to take the fall, they're not gonna say, you know, what the real story is or who's behind it. But I
Mhm.
don't know, for some reason I feel like because of the history of um all of the recent deaths in Houston, because I so did you I'll have to send it to you later, but it was also a girl rapper. Did you hear about her?
No, what
So it
happened?
was a girl rapper, she got killed in Houston too. And I can't remember, it's another rapper I guess that got killed last year, and they think that her dad was the shooter, and so they kind of like killed her as a message to the dad for shooting this it
Oh,
was an Atlanta
I
rapper.
did hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I
So,
heard
and
about
but
that.
we never heard about that girl. I literally just heard about that like last week. And so you've got the Duke the Jeweler, you got this other girl, and then you got Takeoff. That's like three people within 3 months.
Well,
I was actually
who
hmm?
is this? I'm so sorry. Who is this man connected to case and Takeoff's murder appears before? Who is this person? This is not the same person. Who is this?
Oh.
This was posted a day ago. Let's look at this.
Joshua, also known as Lil Cam, was in a Houston courtroom.
Hold up. Did they just say Lil Cam?
They said known as Lil Kim. Mm-hmm.
How is this him? And we just saw who they said it was.
No, they did say Cam.
Hold up. But this
They
is not
it's two
the
of
same.
them. It's Cameron and it's somebody else.
Okay. Lil Cam fifth. Look at this.
He's charged with 2 counts of a felon with weapons charges. Prosecutors say Joshua was on the scene when Takeoff was killed, but he was not charged with shooting the.
This is not the same dude, man. Who is this?
Cameron Joshua, also known as Lil Cam, was in a Houston felon
Did
with
you see the
weapons
did you
charges.
see the
Run that
other
back
dude?
and
Prosecutors
pause
say
it.
Joshua was
Okay.
Atlanta rapper Takeoff the case. Cameron Joshua.
All right. You see him?
Mm-hmm.
You see this dude?
Mm-hmm.
That is not the same dude that we just saw that was arrested for. That's not
I
him.
mean, I don't know if it's not because he got dreads, he's dark skinned, and he's got a pink bottom lip.
Look,
So it
how did his hair change that fast? And how did he get tall and lanky?
now I thought, oh yeah, this is true. He look short.
All right,
Every
now
other thing I've seen him on, he looks short. And
so
I was
he
wondering,
is short. He is
the
short. I already know what he looks like
the
because
mugshot he put, he had long hair, but I thought he had shorter hair. So like,
okay. Watch this. I'm gonna show you. That's not the same dude. What type of trickery and shenanigans are going on here, y'all? They are straight lines to the freaking public. They are freaking lying, man. I cannot believe this. All right, now I'm gonna show you who. Okay, now I'm gonna show you who they said Cameron. Uh, sorry, I'm gonna show you who they said he is. All right, just a second. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see this. That is not the same person, y'all. Shoot. Oh my God. I cannot believe that they would lie so blatantly. Okay, here we go. Now, this is the person they saying that this is Cameron, Isaiah, Joshua, right? Watch. All right. We blow the screen up so you can see it. All right, come on, let's get to it. Show the person in court. Show the person in court. Here we go.
Clear, he is not being charged in the shooting.
What's his
Takeoff.
name?
Back that up. This man is being charged because he.
They're saying that man may have also had a gun at the scene.
What's the man's name?
Facing weapon charges was downtown Houston bowling alley.
So I
now,
want
of course,
say the name. That's what I want them to do. All right. Oh, they blurred it out. Convicted of the felony offense of grand theft in California Superior Court on October 27th, 2022. So this was right before the takeoff situation. This person was committing acts of crimes. All right, now watch this. They're gonna show you him in the courtroom. Look at this dude right here.
Judge that his client is not accused of firing a weapon or killing anyone.
He's not being charged with the shooting.
He's short. Hold on. Did he turn around? Because I know in the
you're
video
right.
something's not right.
You're right.
Something is not right. So did they arrest 3 people? How many people did they arrest? Look at how short this dude is.
That's Cam, the
That's
tall dude that
Cam.
maybe they messed up on the news and put the wrong person because they think all black people look alike.
Girl, you know that is not the same person. How did they mess that up? Man, let me find out. Okay. So we see that, but there was something else that I wanted to show y'all, and I don't know if it's going to show up, but I wanted you to see how Cam was holding his hands in court. He was holding it, showing the pyramid. Shows up. Hold on. He had a court. I don't know if it's a court appearance or an arraignment or something. But I saw the actual live footage when the judge was talking to him and he was holding his hands in a pyramid, y'all. That's why I know that he is going to probably get off on this. I think he's going to get off on it. I really do. If I can find the footage, I would show it to y'all. And I don't know how to find it again. Now, and you know they covering up. Look, let me show you this, how they trying to hide some stuff. Solar God said this all seems like some BS and a distraction. They never seem to get ish right. No telling who did it and if they have the right person in custody. I don't think they do. He could have just volunteered to do the time for a bag. That's what I'm thinking. I really think so. Look, watch this. Watch this. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Okay. Go here. Let me share. All right, so right here, TakeOff killer suspect Joshua Cameron. Now, this is Joshua Cameron right here. Okay. And then they also tried to lie and say that he died at a young age. According to reports, Lil Cam, a native of Houston's Fifth Ward, died at a young age. Most people knew Joshua Isaiah Cameron as Lil Cam. So they tried to lie about it. You see this? They tried to say this dude died. This was November the 18th.
Well,
So
yeah. So they said that it was like a day or something. It was like right after Takeoff Steph, a couple days after, they were saying that, oh, he's dead, because they were saying it had been reported that he was dead. So I was like, oh, they trying to act like, in my opinion, I was like, they trying to act like, somebody took him out on behalf of Takeoff's death. And then that later after that, they was like, oh, Cam been on Twitter bragging. And it seems like he's implying that it was, for the Takeoff shooting. Then they was like, he turned himself in, and now they saying he got arrested. So they've literally said like three different things as far as Cam.
That's why I'm saying something's not right, yo. Something is not right. And now they came up with this Patrick dude. Hold on. I can't even. Okay. They came up with this Patrick dude out of nowhere. Let's go back. Something ain't right, yo. Oh my God. Like they really would lie like this? And they would. I believe they would do anything. You can clearly see that's not the same dude.
Well, now, real quick, I'm going to say this and I'm going to hop off and I'll try to get back on. But I can't remember who exactly or what I was listening to, but I know they were talking about how basically, like, I don't think I was dreaming, but they were saying how, like, with the Houston Police Department, they are some degree of the police department is kind of like in the pocket of the Prince family. Like,
Yeah, they tied
basically,
into it.
they're tied in. So
Right.
it's like, I mean,
So
you can't
they'll
really
pin it
feel
on
hopeful about
anybody.
it.
They'll pin it on anybody.
They'll
See,
put it
right
on
here it's saying,
anybody, or they'll just fake like somebody's, doing time for it, and it's really not. You
right.
know what I'm
It's
saying?
not the person. Lil Cam, aka Joshua Isaiah Cameron. So Joshua Isaiah Cameron was a 16-year-old rapper. Now they're lying because they just said this dude is 22, right?
I thought his first name was Cameron.
Right. You noticed that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I thought it was Cameron Isaiah Joshua. Was a
I don't know what the
16-year-old
full name
rapper.
was, but it was said like his first name was Cameron, not his last name.
Mm-hmm.
Who goes by a short version of their last name?
That's what I'm saying. Something is weird about this. And composer, he grew up in Pendleton's rough street. So they talking about him in the past tense. And they're trying to say that he claimed responsibility for the of fellow American rapper Takeoff. So if he claimed responsibility of Takeoff, then how is it that you're coming back saying, "Oh, now we got him," and he was not charged with the killing? You see what I'm saying?
They got, I don't know. I mean, I think it's lies, but then it's
It's
like
lies, yo.
inconsistent information. So like they said this one day and then they said something else. So I think
Right.
it's the lies are getting like messed up or whatever. But you know, they think the public is dumb anyway, and they can
Yeah.
say something and then backtrack and be like, "Oh nah,
Mhm.
like we never said that," and just tell us something different, and we just go for it.
Absolutely. According to reports, Lil Cam, a native of Houston's Fifth Ward, died at a young age. Most people knew Joshua Isaiah Cameron as Lil Cam. According to reports, he was shot and died last night in Houston. We know that was a lie. He died just a few days after Migos rapper TakeOff was shot and murdered in a Houston bowling alley. This is a viral video that features Lil Cam. What I really think they came out with the story is because they wanted people to think he already was dead and they would not have to actually go after him.
I think so too. And you know what? He probably got spotted or something. They were like, he ain't dead. But I think they were gonna try to act like somebody had killed him,
Mhm.
you know, as like revenge or whatever, or like, you know, what do you call it? The
Mhm.
avenging of his death or something. So I think they were trying to spin it like I really do think they were trying to do it like that. But the thing was when they kept saying that, I was like, well, we haven't seen proof of it. It was just like that
Mhm.
it was said and then it was printed in like some
Mhm.
it seemed like it was printed in some local or you know
Yes.
whatever not non-credible source because
Somebody had
whatever where it
somebody
was
had ties to the media.
yeah and where it was printed they had like typographical errors and stuff so I was like this clearly isn't a reliable source like you don't even have anybody to proofread this because it had like grammatical errors and stuff and you know that's always usually not
Mhm.
legitimate when you got
Dead giveaway.
basic
Dead giveaway.
basic grammars and you know misspellings of words and stuff or whatever so I you know I think that's what they were trying to do and I thought it was suspicious when I first saw that people were trying you know they were like oh they say he got somebody they found him dead or whatever nah they didn't and then it now we're back here trying to say like oh we got him in court but then right before this they said that he turned himself in.
There's no way. During the video, he was dressed in a yellow or orange sweatshirt and stood next to Takeoff, wearing a yellow or orange cap. As I have stated, this was only a few minutes before the shooting. You can tell somebody made this up. And who would actually have this type of footage to show? I guess this is supposed to be Lil Kim getting shot.
What?
Yeah, you see it on the screen right here. Rapper Takeoff killer Lil.
Girl, they need to stop it.
That's what I'm saying.
They need to stop it. Well, anyways, I just wanted to come on and you know, share my commentary, my thoughts and opinions. But I might be back later.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you coming up.
Yeah, I'll stay tuned in though.
Okay, come back if you can.
All right, thank you.
All right. All right, y'all. So, as you can see, they are clearly trying to pull the wool over our eyes. They said Takeoff was shot in the neck and back earlier this week and died to his injuries. Takeoff was present at Price Jay's birthday. Supposed to be Jay Prince's birthday celebration. And the two were also visible on the internet. He was killed in the same manner, but it wasn't even, I don't even think it was Jay Prince's birthday party. I think it was one of the other brothers. So that was wrong. There were probably 40 or 50. Now they're saying it went from 40 to 30, 50 people on the floor where the incident occurred. And when the shooting began, everyone ran for cover, allowing the suspect to escape unharmed. Y'all, they are making up so much stuff. Because when we saw the footage, a lot of people were standing around and they saw, some people saw what happened. Many internet users have begun to suspect Lil Kim because numerous individuals recorded Takeoff while he was still alive and in public with no evidence of the offender. What was the cause of Lil Kim's death? Oh boy, the Houston Police Department has not established if he was the real murderer. What in the world? Y'all, this is too much. This is freaking too much. Now they have another person. Now they got another person. So let's get into Patrick Xavier. Let's get into it, y'all. Who is Patrick? Because this is the first time I heard of this dude. Patrick, he's the alleged murderer out of nowhere. We didn't even see anybody that looked like him that fit the description in the freaking video footage. Point him out. Point him out. This was 4 hours ago. Let's see what they got to say. This don't make no sense. So everybody fled without giving a statement. I just think it's a lot of trickery going on here. Oh my God. If they will do this to TakeOff, they'll do this to anybody. They will cover up a death and a crime, y'all. Who is this Patrick dude? Clark was taken into custody Thursday evening on the city's east side without incident. Clark is the second person charged. So if he's the second person charged, why did we see 3 people being charged? Because we saw Lil Cam, then we saw the tall, skinny dude, which is not Lil Cam, that they said was Lil Cam, and then we're seeing this Patrick Clark Xavier dude. Okay, it took place at the 810 Billiard and Bowling Alley at 1210 San Jacinto in downtown Houston. Just hours before Clark's arrest, 22-year-old, now his name is Cameron Joshua, was taken into custody and charged with. Wait a minute. Now something's not making sense, y'all. Now I thought they had arrested Lil Cam a few days ago. But in this article, it says just hours before Clark's arrest, 22-year-old Cameron Joshua was taken into custody and charged with 2 counts of felon in possession of a weapon. Police emphasized that Joshua is not alleged to have been directly involved in TakeOff's death. What type of games and shenanigans and trickery are they playing on people here? This is an insult to the freaking family, and it's an insult, and there's no justice for Kirshnick Khari Ball. This is sad, y'all. Patrick Xavier Clark, to the right, was identified as the murder suspect in Migos rapper TakeOff's deadly shooting on November 1st, 2022. Houston city leadership was front and center when Clark's arrest was announced Friday, given the international media coverage the rapper's death drew. Police Chief Troy Finner and Mayor Sylvester Turner spoke on the cultural impact of recent murders, especially those involving people of color. I'm just so annoyed with this. The most telling part of Friday's media briefing, though, was the perceived challenge investigators faced to solve the murder of a celebrity who police said was essentially an innocent bystander. I think they're just trying to pin it on someone. I really do. And they just keep repeating the same thing. So it's nothing new that they're saying. It's important that those people come forward, and we're still looking to talk to a lot of those people, Burrow said. Here's my thing. Still, police want to speak with witnesses. So if you want to speak to witnesses, how did you choose Patrick Xavier out of the crowd and a group of people from this video footage to arrest and charge him with murder? How is that possible? How is it possible? And you're still asking to speak to witnesses. What footage do you have? What evidence do you have? Or was it his gun? I mean, like, give us an idea of what's going on here. According to Bureau, they had to rely on a large volume of video surveillance evidence, as well as cell phone videos and audio that they examined later on. Now, listen to how they're lying. They already said they're waiting for witnesses to come forward. But if they have a large volume of video surveillance evidence as well as cell phone videos, but when they went around there, they said there was no surveillance footage that could see this take place and transpire, then where are they getting this video footage from? And they said the witnesses were not coming forward. All the people that had cell phones and cell phone cameras and footage, where are they getting this from? We had to sift through all of that and use physical evidence. What physical evidence? And use shooting reconstruction and confirm a lot of our ballistic evidence. Of course, you would need to construct ballistic evidence. Of course, you would need to examine bullets, shell casings. You know, all of these things take place, and the trajectory of where these bullets were hitting, what weapons were involved, Bureau said. And through that, we were able to deduce that Patrick Clark is the legal shooter. They said the legal shooter in the case. That's why he's being charged with murder. They're not really giving us a lot to go off of. All right, now they're going to talk about Clark's past. The confrontation that left Takeoff dead may not be the first that resulted in Clark being investigated. An eyewitness news search of criminal records uncovered Clark's connection to a February 2018 shooting at a nightclub along North. I don't care what he did in the past. We're not talking about 2018. We're talking about what happened on November 31st to November 1st of 2022 at the 810 Billiards out in Houston, Texas. So you see how they try to paint the picture with these shenanigans? It's sickening, y'all. Now, let's see if we can find some other footage, y'all. Let me come on. Let me share my video here. Here I am, y'all. Shouts out to me. I washed my hair. I think it was last night, so it air dried. So this is what I'm looking like today. Y'all, I am trying to desperately find this footage for y'all of when Lil Cam was in court. Because look, I'm gonna show you how he was holding his hand. Somebody gonna see this footage. He was holding his hand like this in court, just like this the whole time. He made sure he held his hands just like this. And for those of you who know what this means, this is one of the Mason signs. They keep their hands like this. And yes, they do. They play out antics and masonry goes on in court. Okay. The judges are part of the Masons. You have the DA, attorneys, sheriff, you deputies, police officers are all part of the Masons. Okay. Why was he holding his hands like that the whole time in court? You could check out the footage. And I'm trying to find it because I saw it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. They may, I don't know. It's up here somewhere. I just have to look for it, y'all. Because this don't make no freaking sense. Let me go ahead and share my screen for y'all while I look to present the evidence to the courts, Your Honor. Okay. This dude right here was crazy as I don't know what. He killed a child and the girlfriend, and the way that he did it was so freaking brutal. 32 million views, and the court and the judge, she was just so annoyed with him, how nasty and gruesome that crime was. I watched that one night, and it's sick. These people out here are freaking sick. I don't know what it is about people and death. Why is it that we can't find the Cameron Joshua live court appearance? Let me put in Lil Cam court appearance. See if that comes up. And he must be the attorney talking about his client is not charged with shooting a gun. They're going to try to let him get off. And I think he was the one that did it, y'all. I think he was the one that did it. Okay. Is this... Okay. So I don't want to take from someone else's footage. But if I can, I'm going to go to... if I can just show you how he was holding his hands in court so y'all can see it for yourselves. Because this is the image that I wanted to show y'all from the front. It'll make no sense, y'all. If they can do this to Takeoff, a celebrity, imagine what they do with other people, just like that girl, Shanquella Robinson. They were trying to cover up her death, and they were trying to bribe the authorities, y'all, with money, allegedly. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Where's it going to show? He was in court. All right, that's his attorney speaking. That's his attorney again. Might not see it. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is it. This is it. Okay. Let's blow the screen up, y'all. Let's blow it up. All right. It's kind of blurry on here, so it's hard to see in this video. But there was some more clear video that I saw on another channel where he was holding his hands like that. And you could see the whole time he had his hands like that the entire time. That's a sign that they send. They send signals to one another, y'all, just so that you're aware of it. Yeah, it's certain hand gestures that they do to one another. And so because there are allegedly ties going into the going into the Houston Police Department, trust and believe when they have pull, they can do this with anybody. Like they can sit up here and people can get paid off in the court, y'all. So that's why he's so calm, because he already knows they've already talked about it behind the scenes. He's going to probably get off for this. He's very calm about it. And the attorney was very clear to say, and even in all of the articles, even in the news broadcast, the broadcasters are very clear to let them know that he was not the one that was the shooter. Yeah, I'm going to let this play for a second. I got to do something real quickly here. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me try to play this.
So some of y'all saying the person in the back, that's Lil Cam's brother.
He's in the video carrying a gun. Is that where you think from?
That's my understanding. According to the affidavit that's been filed, the first carrying a weapon case is based on the shooting. Let me say, it's based on the circumstances surrounding the shooting, in that he's alleged to have had a gun there at the scene.
Yeah, there's definitely got to be another video out there. I think people are just not hiding it.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. As you can clearly see, it's a lot going on here in the injustice that took place here. And so, if anybody wants to post any comments, if you want to come up and talk about it, we certainly can do that. We got to do a little bit more digging into the scenario and situation, because we really don't know the truth. And unfortunately, the wool is being pulled over our eyes, you all. So I would just say use your discernment and your better judgment, because we cannot trust what the investigators are telling us, unfortunately. I know a lot of people are probably upset at hearing this news, at seeing the trickery that is being played in front of our faces. But yeah, we have to do our due diligence to make sure that the truth comes out to the public, because this is very unreal that this would even take place in front of our very eyes, y'all. So with all that being said, y'all, I just wanted to give a quick update, okay, on this situation and this scenario. I'm going to actually see if there's any other information that we can find out about the alleged suspect. But we already know that I don't believe that he's the suspect. I think they're just trying to pin it on him to satisfy everyone else. And it is very sad, and it's very disheartening that they would do such a thing. So we're going to see if there's any other information that can be found in this situation, y'all. What in the freaking world has been going on here, y'all? Does anybody know this dude? That's what I want to know. Does anybody know who this dude is? He just came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, we got a suspect, y'all, that didn't do it, with no evidence that they can prove to us. Okay, so I just found some more information on the guy. Let me go ahead and share this so y'all can see it. What is it, Tinka Tink? You don't believe it either? Because I don't either. So he was a popular strip club promoter. Listen to this, y'all. Popular strip club promoter was accused of the murder, said, I ain't perfect. A lucrative dice game and an argument. You know what? Was he even there? Did anybody see him there, y'all? Raise your hands if you saw this dude there. So he ran a strip club and had a large social media presence. Just over a month ago. Friday, they had arrested him on a murder charge. Friday, this is Friday. F your feelings Friday, y'all. F your feelings. They don't care if y'all believe he did it or not. He's gonna be the suspect today. That's what they're saying right to your face. 33-year-old. Oh, he was 33. He did have a gun on the night, and whatever ensued must have been an accident. You could see by the reactions of everyone that they were shocked because that's not the type of person he is. Jamali told the Daily Beast he was about business, not violence. You know why? You know why he was about business and not about violence? Probably because he didn't do it. Jamali said Clark was known around the area as DJ Pat. He never knew Clark to be the violent type, theorizing that if the 33-year-old did have a gun on the night of the death, that whatever ensued must have been an accident. So now they're going to try to say, you know what they're going to try to do? They're going to try to say that if he did shoot someone, that it was an accident. That's coming next, y'all. So they're going to get off on this. I'm telling y'all, this is already a setup right before our very eyes. Jamali called the entire situation unfortunate, adding that Friday's news was completely unexpected for many in his circle. He was quiet and went about his business, Jamali said. That's why this is so surprising to everyone here. I bet it is. It's surprising to me, too, as I sit here listening to this nonsense. Clark's social media accounts show that he carried on like usual in the days after. Y'all, this is the complete and utter nonsense of it all. I just cannot believe this. Okay. Clark's social media accounts show that he carried on like usual in the days after the death. He posted on Halloween, the day of the shooting, to meet me at the club. So look, he already knew he was about to commit a murder or just had committed, and he gonna say, meet me at the club. Then on November 2nd, he tweeted, God got me, he been had me. On November 8th, he wrote, been hurt so many times, it's hard for me to feel love. Followed the next day with, I ain't perfect, I'm solid though. But let's not forget what happened with the tweets, okay, of Cameron, what's his name? Cameron, Isaiah, Joshua. And then they keep switching his name up. And then he's Joshua, Isaiah, Cameron. The tweets that he spoke about. Let's not overlook those tweets. But then you want to bring up Patrick's tweets. You see how this makes no freaking sense? Okay. The same went for the Instagram account for the Flame HTX, which Jamali said was run by Clark. Does he look like a killer to you? I don't know. You tell me what a killer looks like. I'm not sure. But what would he have to? Why would he have to go commit a crime and go commit a murder if he's running a strip club? Why would he have to do that, y'all? Others close to Clark said they felt he was being framed. Framed, y'all. You know what? Let me clear out the energy in here. It's complete and utter ridiculous. I'll tell you that. They're framing him for the murder. I know him. He's not like that. I honestly feel like they got the wrong guy. So do I, said one friend who knew Clark from his strip club. He doesn't get mad or hostile. He's very nice and thoughtful. That's all I have to say. I feel he's being framed. Yes, we do. We feel the same way. The friend who spoke on the condition of anonymity, sorry, they were anonymous, said Clark would not shoot someone because he wouldn't jeopardize losing everything he worked so hard for. I believe that. If you are the owner of a strip club, Why are you going to go out and just commit a murder for no reason in front of everybody with cameras and cell phones? In a motion to deny Clark bail, cops wrote Friday that the 33-year-old had recently booked flights to Mexico. So they're trying to say he was about to flee the country and ordered an expedited passport. This, cops wrote, made him a flight risk. Somebody probably told him, look, they about to put this on you. You better leave. Family members of Clark did not return messages from the Daily Beast, but one relative told Beast reporter, he's a good kid, but I have no comment other than that. Just hours before the shooting on Halloween, the club posted a promotion for a party that night. And then on November 2nd, it posted an impromptu ad that the club was hiring new dancers. Why are you showing his face? This is not even the same person. A second person, oh God. A second person was arrested last week, but they just lied to us in the other freaking article and said they were arrested hours apart. So which one is it? Who's lying in the media, y'all? I'm so sick of this nonsense. He was allegedly carrying a weapon illegally at the party. Okay. So they just got him for carrying the freaking weapon. Police said security footage captured Joshua with a weapon, but prosecutors were adamant he didn't. So he wasn't the killer. He was just charged with unlawfully carrying a weapon. And that was the appropriate charge. Get out of here, man. Oh. Wrong place at the wrong time, Finner said. No evidence to say anything different. They are taking up for this dude. They've been paid off. The police department has been paid off. That's my conclusion. It's so clear. It is so clear. Before shots were fired, a man dressed in all black could be seen in the video holding and then drawing a gun. Houston police told the Daily Beast in November that the man was a person of interest but did not identify him. It's unclear if that man was Clark. Despite video and photos of the incident going viral, public updates on the investigation and two who fired the shots and injured two others. Why don't we hear about the two others that were injured? Because allegedly when this story first came out, somebody was shot in the head. Y'all remember that one. They said the female was shot in the head and then there was another guy. Why we're not hearing from them? Shouldn't they be identified as witnesses? Nobody identified them as witnesses. Finner said Friday that investigators struggled to get information because witnesses fled the scene and weren't able to give statements to police. But yet they got all this video footage. So where did you get the video footage from? Because you said it was no surveillance cameras. So who's talking? They're lying. He said Clark was pinned down as the suspected killer after hordes of forensic. Listen to this. Hordes of forensic evidence was collected and dozens of cell phone videos from the night. Who are these dozens of people that provided cell phone footage that will not talk? Liars. It's just sickening. It says his whereabouts were well documented on Instagram, and on his final night, he was seemingly bouncing around Houston, who was celebrating, was celebrating the birthday. Y'all, it is so sad when people sit up here and try to cover up a murder in front of the public eye. And this happens all the time. It happens all the freaking time. It's sickening, y'all. I cannot speak about this anymore because I'm getting irritated. I'm just joking. Anyway, y'all, this is going to be my take on it. They are trying to pin this murder on someone, and we can clearly see someone's being framed. Until they can present facts and evidence, I don't believe these stories. There's too much evidence that points the other way. So all of you out there, make sure you use your discernment. And hopefully everybody that has gone through a situation like this gets justice some type of way. The universe is watching, the creators see this, the spiritual ancestors, the warriors. Everybody is watching. So if people are getting paid off, they better hope their family members and relatives don't have to go through something like this. Okay? This is very disheartening. Y'all, this has been an episode, okay, of F Your Feelings Friday. F Your Feelings Friday. All right, with Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I am signing out, you all. And until next time, I will see y'all later. Oh, I forgot to give my testimony. My testimony, y'all, is the fact that I have the gift of discernment, something that a lot of people don't have, unfortunately. Um, we're still here to fight another battle. I think I told y'all this earlier. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's supported, everybody that's watching, everybody who has subscribed. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video, y'all. We will be back on really, really soon. Shout out to Gotham, Solar God, Beloquacious, Sherelle, VETV, all y'all. Thank y'all so much. And Knowledge Seeker and everybody else. We will be back. Probably, I don't know. Maybe for Sunday rendezvous, I don't know. We'll see, because we gotta see how things are gonna play out, y'all. I don't like to talk about stuff and speculate too early, like a lot of people. I like to do my research into stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna be doing my tarot spread. Make sure you check that out as well. And I'll be talking to y'all later. Signing out, y'all. Stay blessed and please be careful out here. Y'all make sure y'all stay winning and walk in your divinity. Signing out, you all.